And on that note, here is Tom Price coming in to bowl his third over of the day, and that is flailed very square by Chris Benjamin. First boundary of the day. Here is Price then to round out the over. This one a lot wider, and that is dismissive from Chris Benjamin. Carves it away square for 4 runs, and that is a great way for Kent to...
Yeah, he's a good man.
Here is Price once more then into leaning. Leaning flicks that away out towards deep square leg. And that will be 4 more runs coming off the bat of it. And I'll take you through the offside shortly as Price comes into bowl once more. And that is just a top quality cricket shot from Jack Leaning, who leans into that one, utilises the different caveats certainly at play. Here is Price. This one a lot straighter, trying to bring that catching mid-wicket into play. He's played it to the left-hand side of him, slightly aerial. Beats the chase of Josh Shaw at mid-on. Adopt an air of stability for the time being. Here is Price then. Penultimate delivery of over number 57. That one very straight, and that is a wonderful flick of the wrists from Jack Leaning. Tuning into our coverage today.
Ajit bustling in, full of length, and that's going to be 4 runs. That's a very pleasant on drive. Bobo Len's been in touch, as that's a lovely, lovely on drive. Benjamin moves on to 39 with that. 178 for 4 now.
Here is Josh Shaw. Well, that's aerial and it's taken. It's gone straight into the hands of Ollie Price in a catching mid-wicket. And Josh Shaw, after building up the pressure with 2 consecutive maiden overs, starts off his 3rd of the day with a big, big wicket.
Partnership.
Yeah, absolutely outstanding. Here is Shaw then to the aforementioned Stewart, and first ball, check drive through the covers. There's a chase on for Graham Van Buren. He's not going to get round and starts off.
Singhdale. Oh, that's a Surrey cut. It's going to go away for 4 runs, but Stewart wasn't in control of that. Nip back, inside edge, and goes perilously close to Grant Stewart's leg stump. Singhdale, and that's short and pulled by Leaning. And despite the dive from Charlesworth, he can't stop it from running away to the boundary. That's why he's batting down at number 8 as well.
Well, that is a very dismissive shot from Grant Stewart. It was wide, it was slightly loose from Shaw, and...
Not a bad side at all. Here's Singhdale charging in, driven beautifully by Stewart. That's not even a half volley. He's played that on the up.
Could be getting quite dangerous for Gloucestershire.
Singhdale. Oh, that's an on drive of the highest quality from Grant Stewart.
Spring the game into life from a Kent perspective. Here is Shaw bustling in. Again, goes very straight. That one clipped off the pads down towards deep fine leg. Well, it was a valiant attempt there to...
Starting to frustrate, as that's a thick outside edge. That's going to run away for 4 runs. There's no one in at 3rd. And that's the 50 partnership. 50 runs to Chris Benjamin.
Here is Van Buren again. This one a lot wider. It was a loose delivery from the left arm spin bowler, and it's been punished. It is a quintessential cover drive, that's from Grant Stewart.
Now... 6 overs to... Oh, he's bowled him! Charlesworth strikes, the golden arm strikes again, and the danger man Stewart is off to the hutch. He's gone for 41. Charlesworth. Oh, and he's bowled him! Denley Castle, Charlesworth strikes again, the golden arm, and Kent are 241 for 6. What an inspired bit of captaincy this is. Yeah, I agree. That's in the air. That's going to be out. Great catch. Miles Hammond diving forward. Ball gets bounced out. Charlesworth strikes again. Ajit to Kashif Ali. That's full on the pad and given. That looked out. And that is 10 wickets. No, it's not. It's 9 wickets in the game.
No, he hasn't, but he is making things happen, and he's bowling here to Chris Benjamin. Benjamin advances, and that is an absolute screamer of a catch. Cam Greener is in the slips. Gloucestershire have bowled Kent out. Yes, he will definitely be someone to watch out for. That's another edge, and is it taken? Leaning. Yes, it is, by a diving Jack Leaning, going low to his left. Ben Charlesworth departs for just 1 run.
That's all in the air. 4 runs, but that wasn't a million miles away from Compton. Oh, that's an edge. Bancroft goes, caught behind. Jake Ball strikes. We've got a game on our hands here, Aaron.
We have indeed, yep. It's 2 wickets in quick succession.
Ball to Price, who drills that one back with a point. A lot of width on offer. Ollie Price makes no mistake. And
of batting still to come.
Ball in. Price drives. That's gorgeous. Trademark Ollie Price. Ball. Hammond. Oh, that's a mirror image of the one from Ollie Price a moment ago.
Gilchrist once more. That's chipped straight back to the bowler. It's taken by Gilchrist, who lets out an immense roar of celebration. Ollie Price has to depart for 10 from 30.
And Hammond goes hoiking across the line. He's going to get 4 for that. But it wasn't a very pretty shot, but boy, was it effective.
He has, and he's got a very fluent and rhythmical action, and here he is bowling to Green. That's a lot more confidently played by Cam Green. It's racing out towards the cover boundary. That will be 4 runs, a much more assertive strike there from the Gloucestershire all-rounder.
Stewart, and he's gone. Hammond nicks off to Tawanda Mayeye, and Gloucestershire are 57 for 4.
Kashif Ali to continue his spell from the Bristol Pavilion end. And that is a beautiful clip off the pads from James Bracy. His first runs off the bat, and they've come.
That first slip off the bowling of Grant Stewart for 18. As Bracy gets on the front foot. And that, I think, ladies and gentlemen, will be the tea interval.
Taking place in front of our very eyes. It's Kashif Ali once more. And Bracy plays that one very late. Late cut. There's no one out there at deep third. That will nestle against the boundary rope. It's 4 more runs off the bats of the Bristolian.
It only lasted 7 sessions, but was an absolute classic to watch from the TMS box as Green smashes that. That's not a half volley, but he's made it into a boundary as he's walked down the wicket and smote Grant Stewart through the covers. Stewart to Green. That's 4 runs. That's an on drive of test class. Lovely shot. Backward, deep backward point, hasn't he now to... Oh, again, Green peppers the onside. That's 4 more. Carbon copy of the one a few balls ago.
Here is Kashif Ali. That one short and pulled viciously in front of square by Cam Green. All the way for 6 runs. Sensational shots to bring up the 100 for Gloucestershire.
Gilchrist. In. Oh, that's class.
Lovely.
It's one of yours there, Joe.
I don't know. That was a lovely shot from Greener there.
I think you had a bit of a cladding business going on.
Maybe. That is a lovely shot. James Bracy through the covers on the up. That is vintage James Bracy, that. Gilchrist in again. Shorter. Brace has picked it up to deep square. Oh, and Alfie Ogborn, substitute fielder, has held on to it nicely.
And I need to go and update the good people of BBC Radio Kent. That's nicked behind. Van Buren goes. That's a pair for him. And Gilchrist strikes. 41 needed. Gloucestershire 6 down.
So far, and he's hardly put a foot wrong all day. Bowling here to Price.
Shot.
That is a delightful straight drive. Straight as an arrow. Back down the other end of the ground. And that is an impeccable shot from Tom Price.
From Tom Price, showing his class there.
So that's an interesting bowling change up in the northwest. Stewart again. This
no.
one could be out, and it will be out. He's been strangled down the leg side. Grant Stewart with the breakthrough, and Tom Price will have to depart.
It's in again now. It's Fuller down the leg side, and that's 4 runs. Or leg buys, it's runs. Signal from the umpire. Very, very...
Grant Stewart into Green. Works it backward. They take a quick single. And they're home. Gloucestershire have won an absolute epic by 3 wickets.